when they say a lot of people are not happy with Nana Agradaa the situation, no. Now for people who don't know the AC, you know, let me just give you the breakdown. Enrichi and a courts, appeals court, Emma order, because him say Nana Agradaa ya china to for 15 years. And Enrichi na appeals court ma order say 15 years sentence no. You're reducing it from 15 years to 1 year. Now 1 year no ya sha see every time ya chi Agradaa to mu. International say aka Agradaa ne 5 months. Now we free. Make us we free now we free prison, right? And me who say, and in fact, and Rani and then me who say a lot of people have not been happy. Nipa baako Samson Ladi Professor Kweku Azar on also you be reacted to the writings pa one also ababonti ababekasa. Now for people who don't know, me analysis of Nana Agradaa nsem no e wo me platform so in fact court document judge no ni ruling a year 40 I think 43-45 pages me de baha ema the relevant parts of the document no me ba be read here ema ye na ye hu judge no nsem a wokan ye na very importantly no judge na nsem a wokan ne say ruling na ye de man na Agradaa no ono judge no ntumi nka say judge no wa ye bone dabi ruling na ye de man Agradaa na no ano no na so no judge no hu ne say 15 years na ye de man Agradaa no esondodo and the oteso e de about 1 year but judge no ruling na wo man ye ne de e kwan so na ende some people are not happy ye be consem ni mo and your first time we have stress subscribe na click notification bell ne so oye ne sa latest news bi aba monsa ebeka na miguso a kai mo ebusuafo say this year APPEAL Wompu I was say o make sika e wo Ghana na book na e da screen so no me recommend ama book no betrel e secret investment bi a e wo Ghana ha as a to me de usika e hyemu adachi bi e be si oye pe book ni bi na to obetumi nya hard copy of the book or Amazon. Or call Amazon now type the Ghanaian investor, you get the book. And I say obetumi nya book no ne PDF, the tree video, and I say the English video or WhatsApp and on 100 cedis pay 055-807-4986. My phone number needs to be 055-807-4986. There is also a link in the comments box. The second link, or click here on sa ebeka a year book no, and no, it will be downloaded straight onto your phone. Now, yanking kind a year Professor Kweku Azar and someone what day atuja. Let's try to make some sense out of it. Now, I'll say US-based Ghanaian legal scholar Professor Kweku Azar, popularly known as Kweku Azar. Professor Kweku Asare, popularly known as Kweku Azar, has called on the Office of the Attorney General to immediately challenge the recent High Court's Appellate Division decision that significantly reduced the prison sentence of Patricia Asiedua Esiama, widely known as Nana Agradaa. In a Facebook post on Friday, February 6, 2026, Professor Asare argued that the appellate court erred in its judgment and warned that the ruling could create a dangerous precedent within Ghana's justice system. The Kweku Azar say, judge no, why mistake? Na judge na nhwe ya, ade we e best set precedents bi pa madachi bi enya depa for Ghanaians. But according to him, the trial court had acted within the law. A finding he noted was acknowledged by the appellate court himself. Inti once me read the judge no. In fact, enra mo share judgment am read here. Judge nen semo a work no. Na judge ne kra correct Nana Agradaa lawyers. Say Nana Agradaa lawyers ne kra ba court no. Semo no mo de ba court nkra no mo kromo ye mistake. Mo nia mo kai. Inti judge no indeed confirm say the first judge no onye mistake here. And two tier Professor Kweku Azar and someone work and say and judge na someone work and say first judge won your mistake na afi aden. Also he questioned why the sentence was drastically reduced if no legal wrongdoing was established at the trial stage. Inti say what you say judge no onye mistake a the entire na also reducing the case say o de judge no onye mistake but mete so from 15 years to 10 years Ghana for better as here judge no onye mistake but mete so from 15 years to maybe 8 years and na bibi e better as here na 15 years to 1 year na na ye can 1 year no can na say 1 year is about 5 months hey aden judge de anyway hu into obisa say the entia and judge into me so drastically sir. I said the Agradaa trial court followed the law. That is not opinion. That is the appellate case. I said that is not opinion. That is the appellate case own finding. So the key question is simple. If the trial court acted within the law, why did the appellate court reduce 2 15-year sentences served concurrently to 2 1-year sentences also concurrent? That question exposes the core problem with the judgment. Into Nana, Nana Agradaa ni case na. Nanki Agradaa ye kampa nanka obekwa kode mu 10 years so. Nanso cases na ye de born no. Ye mani 15 and ye cast 17 concurrently until 7 in na abom until be 15 years. And a judge ni say or so about 1 year. I was 7 concurrently. At yes here. But to be fair, I think say one of the reasons are personally I think the reason into a judge no or so from 15 years to 1 year, and the judge even said it. Say what share the entire Agradaa 15 years now, it was too excessive. Because omo anomo say Agradaa ebu omo enu hunti ye chi Agradaa tum no 1,000 cedis. Into I think say judge no so nsem no. Right? In as much as Professor Kweku Azar mo can say oh massa so see we but the Lord say judge no say oh nipa ko no we di bone de na so bone na we di no nkrofo a yesi we bu omo no omo ankasa e wo court document witnesses no say 1,000 cedis na Agradaa ebu omo na sabi obi ebu obi 1,000 cedis a ye chi ni 15 years enti judge no nsem no appellate court judge no nsem no what you say. So say the question exposes the core problem with the judgment. He said Professor Azar outlined 5 key concerns about the appellate court's decision, beginning with what he described as the replacement of established legal principles with personal opinions and philosophical reflections. He argued that appellate courts are mandated to determine whether trial courts acted outside the law or abused their discretion, rather than substituting their own views on sentencing. Into see a can appeals court. Appeals court the way you man say oh hey say judge no asem no di ni ye ana say asem no wendi ni ye na say wo waka say judge di asem ni ye wi a di nja na afi wo bema different sentence. This is what Professor Azar is saying. The former fetish priestess turned evangelist was initially sentenced to 15 years imprisonment with hard labor by a circuit court after being convicted of defrauding by false pretenses and engaging in charlatanic advertisement. However, following an appeal, the High Court reduced the sentence to 1 year. The Appellate Court upheld her conviction but exercised its discretion powers to review the punishment, ruling that the initial sentence was disproportionate to the circumstances of the case. The case against Nana Agradaa stemmed from a money doubling scheme in which she allegedly used a television platform to lure victims into donating money with promises of receiving multiplied returns. The trial court found her guilty, citing her lack of remorse and the predatory nature of the offense. Professor Azar and so someone or they too clearly not happy with a judgment. What do you think? Let me see comment what people are saying. I'll say I said it and I'll say it again. The state must appeal this. I'll say the state must appeal this reduction. In as much as the 15 years was too much, making it 1 year is too low. It should have at least been 5 years. Agradaa has been too notorious. Okay. Inti obidia work and say at least so dear nanke ye no 5 years ma Agradaa nka boni nim. Montreal majo comment box ni mo ebusianfo medase.